Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about the most important thing about getting your first software engineering job, and that is to continue to practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice will be put you in better situations. I talk about a lot of times where I failed interviews, I failed technical interviews, I failed just speaking to people, right? The only way I actually got better at interviewing was by keep going to these interviews and keep failing and getting a tiny bit better each interview I failed. But if you would like to sort of skip that and crack on and get your job in one of your first few interviews, one of the best ways you can do this is by practicing your coding skills. So I am going to go through 2, 3, 4 websites that will help you practice your coding skills. So the first one is Code Wars. I highly recommend this website just because they start you off with very easy problems. They have a very good UI and you can sort problems. You can, pick the language, and you can also sort problems by difficulties. You can look at the very easy problems, have a search, and then it will just give you very simple problems to solve, like reverse a string. You do that, it will get your confidence up, and you keep doing that, and eventually, as we do go up the platform, there are a lot of problems that are just, very unsolvable. You do that, and I highly recommend it. Give it a try. The next one I recommend a bit less, but I do like. So I'm in the UK. We do not do a lot of leak code type of question problem solving stuff. This is mostly a US thing. However, I still highly recommend this website because it gives you the building tools to be a good problem solver, right? The questions here aren't going to be easy. It says easy, but these questions are in fact hard, especially if you're a beginner. I would start off with Code Wars, then I would move to Leak Code as I get better at Code Wars. Try to watch different YouTube videos, try to see how different people solve different problems, try to read different articles. Now, there is a big problem with people who just spend their time on these two websites. And the problem with these people is they usually sometimes cannot speak. And this is a problem I had. I could write a nice algorithm, but I just couldn't speak. I couldn't vocalize it, right? So the next website you go on is Pramp. And honestly, if you only had to go on one, two, just one of these 3 websites that I mentioned, the one you should go on is Prompt. So Prompt, essentially how it works is that it will put you in an interview situation with someone else in your position, right? I have met some amazing engineers in Prompt. They have taught me amazing things. They told me when I messed up, when I didn't speak properly. They've told me when I needed to go and learn about a certain algorithm. I highly recommend this website because it puts you in the realist interview situation. You're face to face with someone and you're talking to them. I highly recommend this website, okay? Please use it. If you're not going to use the other two, use this one. Get into a real interview and see the mistakes you're making. And people will tell you, hey, you're not speaking enough, you're not communicating enough. A major issue you might have as you're coding is when you're in an interview situation, you might just not speak enough, and that's not good. They're not going to hire you if they don't think you're an effective communicator. This website is how you become an effective communicator while also displaying your coding expertise. Essentially, how it works is you will go in an interview with someone and you will do a whiteboard challenge for them, and they will do a whiteboard challenge for you. And this is all typed, obviously, no whiteboards involved. And then after that, they will evaluate you, they will review you, and they will tell you where you went wrong. This is all free. I know it says you get 6 interview credits, but if I use all my interview credits, right, and I attend every interview, I get the interviews back, right? So this is just to stop people from scheduling interviews and not showing up. Please, please, please attend your interviews when you're on Prompt. right? Even if you don't know how to answer the question, it's okay. Just have a nice chat with the person. He might not know how to answer his question. He might answer his question. Another very good thing about Prompt, they also do behavioral interview question. So if you are struggling with that or you've never gone through a behavioral interview question, please use Prompt. I highly recommend it, right? So the next website, because there is a flaw with these three websites that I showed you, and that's that the majority of companies in Europe, at the very least, and a lot of companies out there, I've heard stuff that in the Midwest in America, they kind of don't care about all these leak codey problem solving. They don't want you to do that. They want you to show up and show them that you are the type of person who can get a project done, right? So the next website I personally recommend is GitHub. So essentially, you want to go on GitHub, you want to make your own projects, so on and so forth. I have a ton of projects. My GitHub profile is officially the graveyard of projects. So yes, you want to do as many projects as possible, okay? And you also want to contribute to open source projects. I am a bit hesitant when I give you this advice, okay? Please. What I would say is that it is very difficult to contribute to a meaningful open source project. So, what I'm trying to say is you are not going to get on GitHub and immediately start contributing to Angular, React, so on and so forth. Okay? It's not going to happen, right? Try to look for other projects. I've quickly put the tag of JavaScript and then I've put the word open source. I quickly found a project, video.js. I may have used this somewhere in my code. Try to find projects that you've used that are open source, libraries that you use that are open source, and try to make them better. All right. So I would go and try to help people out on GitHub. I have seen junior developers actually on GitHub, and I've contributed to their projects. So try to contribute to the projects that are unknown, that are junior, right? Do not go in with the mentality that you are going to make a big contribution to a project that everyone uses. That would be great. You'd be hired immediately, but there are rules and, well, not rules, sorry. There are levels to this, right? And you're at level 1. It would be extraordinary, amazing if you could just contribute to React at level 1, but you need to get better at programming, and just trying to tackle a bull straight away is not how you get better. And of course, create your own projects, create your own repositories. My biggest piece of advice on this subject actually is that you want to create projects that you yourself are very interested in. I wish I could show you all the projects I've ever created. I've created projects around anime, around video games. It doesn't really matter, and you don't even have to show these projects to your future employer if you're a bit embarrassed. All that matters is that you keep practicing. You need to code every single day. Well, not literally every day, don't worry, you can take time off, but you just need to keep practicing. Keep building silly things, keep building things, keep showing off your fundamental skills. I highly recommend that you just keep building out your own projects. If you guys would want me to like show you how to build this, by the way, I'd be happy to do it. But I guess I have to go over it again. The styling is kind of bad. But yeah, I just hope all of you have a nice day. I hope this video was helpful. Please leave a comment and like and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day.